Hello everyone, it's me Simply Smiling. I wanted to come on briefly today for a quick chat. Happy holiday season to everyone. Hopefully your days are being great. You're spending them with family and loved ones and people that you truly care about and people that care about you, right? So enjoy your holiday season. I wanted to talk about relationships real quick. I've done a talk on relationships before, but I wanted to come from a different angle today and just ask the question, are you in a relationship today? Are you in a relationship or relationships that are good for you, that help you to grow, prosper, and move forward in your life and on your journey? Being in a relationship does not necessarily mean with another person. I like to tell people all the time, they say, well, simply, I'm not in a relationship. But I beg to differ. If you're living and breathing and moving and in your right mind, you are in more than one relationship, believe it or not. I want to talk about the relationships that help us to get to where we need to be in life, where we're happy and as healthy as possible, living our best life on the best journey ever. Okay, now I'm not talking about with people. Let's tackle some of the relationships that I'm talking about today. So you have a relationship with a lot of different other things in your life, not necessarily people, but with places and things. Some of the things I want to talk about today are your relationships with food. Since we're on the healthy journey, your relationship with food. Is it a good relationship? Who's doing the driving in this relationship, you or the food? You want to focus and look at that. What are the reasons that you eat or overeat? Why do you eat? Is it to maintain your body, or is it just to eat out of boredom or out of simply nothing else to do at the moment or out of bad habit? We want to try to turn those things around today. I want to talk about your relationship with exercise and just moving, any type of movement to do. Movement is movement. I always love to say that, as you know, just moving and just helping the body to get to where the body needs to be so that you can be yourself, so that you can function in a healthy manner, as healthy as possible. Okay, so with eating and exercising, I like to say that in order to have a good relationship with those two things in life, in order to have a good relationship, you have to unconditionally, without no shadow of a doubt, accept yourself where you are today. We're not the healthiest eaters when we start a journey. We don't move as much as we need to when we start a journey. But you have to accept yourself, because you know if you continue doing the right thing, should I say when you continue doing the right thing, you're going to be able to accept yourself where you're going, because you know you're where you need to be. And that takes work. But you have to realize and recognize and accept yourself unconditionally where you are today in your relationship with food and exercise. Then you got to show some compassion for yourself. A lot of times when we start a journey to be healthy, start that relationship and be on this journey going the right way, we don't have that compassion for ourselves, okay? Not enough. We have enough compassion to say, okay, I need to start this lifestyle. This is what I need to do. And I need to do it now and make it happen. But show that compassion. Have some empathy for yourself. Understand yourself and know that this is brand new, but you can do it. You can do it with persistence. You can do it with daily drive and willpower. You can do it and motivate yourself to get it there. And then also in these two relationships, you have to definitely show that commitment day in and day out. Set some small goals for yourself to get it done, day in and day out. Every other day, 3 days a week, however you need, until you realize and know and recognize that this is a total lifestyle. I'm living this way. I'm doing these things every single day for the betterment of myself. And when you don't in a relationship, learn how to have forgiveness. Forgive yourself when you slip, trip, or fall. Know that it's going to happen. It can happen if you've been on your healthy journey for years, but understand that there's forgiveness. We forgive others all the time. You can truly forgive yourself. Once you forgive yourself, you learn also in these two relationships to show that appreciation for yourself. Celebrate yourself. Appreciate yourself. Love on yourself. It's okay to do that. I believe all of these things that I just mentioned would help you to gain strength and courage in your relationships with food and with exercise. We need to learn to set goals when we're trying to be accomplished in these areas. And objectives as well. Now, goals can be really broad, okay, really vast. They can mean a whole lot of things because you can set a whole lot of different goals. But your objectives are very specific and make them very clear. What do I want from this goal that I set? Say, okay, I want to get 10,000 steps a day. Why? What are the objectives here? Be real clear and be real specific to yourself. Even if you have to track and journal it down, journal your thoughts. I still do that. I love reading what I thought this time last year and see my growth. That's a great way to see your growth if you don't have it memorized. I just like writing it down, okay? So learn to be real specific and real clear when you set your goals, which can be broad and vast and be so many different things. You know, relationships are truly important. Think about the relationship. Let's go to people that you have with people in your circle, okay? In your corner that have your back. Those people, the ones you truly love and the ones that truly love you. Think about the relationships and all the work that went in on both sides. Positivity here and positivity on the left, positivity on the right. Everything that went in to make that relationship what it is today that you have with people. Treat yourself the same way. Put the work in because you know what's clear over here. You want that objective to be clear. Put in the work so that your relationships with people, places, and things can be on one accord. They can be the same level, with the same respect, with the same determination, the same appreciation, the same forgiveness, compassion, the same trust that you have in people, you can have in places and in things. You know, a good relationship with places is a good one because we know where we don't need to go, okay? We know the places we don't even need to show up. If we're going to lose it in the relationship with whatever we're trying to be accomplished at. So be wary of those places. It could be a restaurant that has I've mentioned this before, that has no healthy options on the menu. So don't go there. You know, learn how to drive your car and not allow others to put you in a place and in a situation where you don't need to be, where you don't have control. You want to always have control in these two relationships. Relationship with people is an equal controlled area. So we're talking about eating and moving, some sort of exercise. Have the control. Don't let food control you. Try not to eat because it's there. I know with Thanksgiving, I had leftover food because I still, with only just me and the honey here, I still have a tendency to overcook. I'm trying to narrow that down a little bit. But with the holidays, you know, you're in the kitchen, you're singing, you have the Christmas music on. At least I did. You have a little wine, whatever, and you're cooking and you're thinking, you know, all the joyous holidays of the past. So you may cook too many dishes, which was my case. You know, cooking for the family and friends makes me happy. But then when they don't show up because they have their own thing going, my daughter cooks for her family and her husband's family. My son eats wherever he eats. He came here too because he eats everywhere. He's an eater, which is good. I needed him to eat. I even sent food out the door with him. So make sure to understand, you know, when you go to these places, have your objectives in line. When you in your house cooking and preparing a meal, have the objectives in line. You know, make them clear and specific. All of this food I cooked for Thanksgiving, I had an objective. Well, does not get eaten, and the next day it's going out the door. You know, to someone that will eat it, not the trash, someone that will eat it. So that was a clear objective that I had. You know, we've got to be fair to ourselves. You know, losing weight is not easy, but it can be easy if we simplify it. You know, be fair to yourself. Don't say, no self-doubt, no self-talk. Don't talk yourself out of a situation. Usually, I think when you start out as self-doubt and a self-talk, it's because you have victory ahead. It's not because you're going to slip and mess up or because you can't do it, but it's because you have victory ahead. So know and realize when you start thinking, I can't do this. This relationship with food is driving me nuts. I don't have a relationship with exercise. I just can't move. Just do simple things, simple goals. They don't have to be as broad. You know, goals can be small too, and then they advance and move up to a different state of a goal. They get larger, which is good. You want your goals to grow as you grow together. That's a relationship. Okay, so relationship with people and places and things, I like to handle those all the same way. I don't have anyone in my circle that I feel does not love me, okay? I don't have anyone in my circle that I feel cannot have my back when temptations and trials come. I have people I can call that can talk me out of things. Those are the people you want when you feel like you can't handle it yourself, when you feel like the monkey's on your back, when you feel like it's just too much. for you to handle right now, always reach out and grab that person or those people in your circle that you love, people you honor, and the people that you trust that you can talk to. Don't never set yourself up with a bad relationship. Meaning, when you get trapped in your mind with, I'm not eating right, or I'm not moving today, I haven't eaten, I haven't moved, when that's a trap in the mind. When you get trapped there, it's truly hard to dig out of without people and a relationship in your corner that understand. Okay, so build on your relationships today is what I'm saying. Like you would build on a relationship with someone that you want to advance with in life. Learn to advance with yourself. Learn to set your goals. Have a relationship setting your goals. Learn to set your objectives. Why is this goal here? What's the important? What is it going to do for me? How am I going to move forward? How am I going to grow? And that's where you want to move forward, and you want to grow and move all the way up to where you need to be, instead of staying stagnant and stuck where you may be today, or where we find ourselves from time to time. Relationships are very important. So don't ever say, I don't have a relationship, I'm not in a relationship. You have a relationship with your car. When you go out in any time of day, you know, if you turn that ignition, push that button, how your car starts, that's a relationship. You take care of that car. You put the right oil, the right gas in that car. You rotate the wheels. You make sure everything is working fine, whether you do it or your little mechanic person does it. Whoever does it, that's a relationship. Without that relationship with the car, if you don't take care of it, you're on the bus. You have to Uber. You may have to walk. So you have a relationship. Okay, you have a relationship with food. The food, if you do the grocery shopping, you bring the food in, you make the choices of what's going to be prepared and how it'll be prepared in the grocery store. So you have a relationship with food. You have a relationship with exercise. Am I going to move today? Am I going to dancercise, which is my thing, works for me, or am I going to do any type of movement today? That's a relationship. You have a relationship with everywhere you go. If you go to work, that's your paycheck. So you have a relationship there. So don't ever think you're not in a relationship. We have so many relationships in life. Relationships are just things that we relate to for a resolution in our life. We relate to this in a positive way because we want a positive resolution. This over here, same thing, positive in, positive out. We build a lot of positive relationships today. So build one with yourself. Don't ever leave yourself out of the equation of your life. Build a relationship with yourself, a positive one, so that positivity in is going to push positivity out. And before you know it, you're happy. You're where you need to be in life, where you want to be and where you desire to be. You're simply happy. So go work on those relationships today and think about all the relationships that you have. Journal it. Take a notepad out, write them down, take a look at them, dissect your situation. Check yourself out today and all of your relationships. Don't focus on the people relationships. Don't do that. Focus on all the other relationships that you don't even think about. When you focus on all the other relationships that build you up on the inside, spiritually and strong, those relationships will make you have a better relationship with people that you love. But it has to stop here. The relationship starts right here inside of you. And then you're able to take that out and spread the love with other people that you care about in those relationships. So build on your relationship today. Check yourself out. See where you're lacking, where you need to build yourself up. You are in a relationship. You're in relationships and you do have someone. You have you. The most important person walking is you, because you're the driving force to make all of these other relationships that you love perfect as possible. Have a wonderful day, guys. Excuse me. It's me, Simply Smiling. Enjoy your day. Peace and love. And I'm going to think, what other relationships can I build on today? All right. Goodbye.